On point. On point.
Again, let's do it again.
On point. On point. God damn it. On point. Yeah, man. On point.
Let's go. So how you guys been feeling? How was the week?
Man, it's been tiring, but we bless God. Man's been reading a lot. You know, man's been putting in the work
That's true.
for the moolah.
I mean, that's important, you know.
Because
Otherwise,
baby girl needs some new products.
you see, otherwise, how are you going to invest in women?
Wait, real quick question.
Mm-hmm.
We had an episode where we did the COVID-19. Habt ihr das dann noch, ausgeführt? Like the goals that you guys set.
I mean, we forgot them already.
Okay, that's good.
Probably, but
Partially.
subconsciously. Subconsciously.
Nah, you did.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
At least two things I saw.
I
that
made
you
sure I.
What did I say? I probably never say anything that I don't know that I won't be doing anyways.
Bro, I actually... No way, you said training.
Back
Back then you said training.
I'm gonna do anyways.
You said books.
Yeah.
Books
And we
music.
saw the books that you ordered
Yeah,
and the music.
Yeah.
I remember I said books.
Mm-hmm.
I finished a couple of books. Obviously, working on certain things.
And then booty,
announced.
booty, rocking everywhere.
Was a studio there. I remember you were gym, right?
Yeah, gym.
And you started now. Yeah.
I removed that too.
That's his prince.
Now, that's why I noticed okay, here
Why
now,
you
but
flexing?
but exactly, it's not actually. I have the feeling
That
that
one. He's flexing that one.
This position is normal position.
It's normal for him.
No, I'm not flexing at all. What are you saying?
he's flexing.
His eyes.
It's not flexing when it's his nature.
I mean, like, there's sometimes you see that bird flying through those areas.
Can you keep quiet? Will you keep quiet?
Prince.
No, but I said that I'll be learning some things, and I think I did.
Oh, okay, that was it. Yeah. Stimmt.
So you have been learning certain things. So you have been learning certain things
Let's put it over
for you to kind of like promote yourself to get into dates, I mean.
No, I'm not going to answer you. You might
You
talk
have
to
to
me.
answer. That's why we're here to talk.
I'm not going to.
Dates.
He's been taught.
We're talking about dates. So in these days, what do we actually ask when we're on the first date? You know, because let's kind of like create the scenario. You guys have been talking already. So obviously online, the conversation is going, but it's always different when you meet in person.
Yeah.
So what do you ask on the first date?
Which is actually funny. I just thought about it. I wouldn't say back then, but sometimes you meet someone and you're just like, I want to take you out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
There's no writing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no talking. So all those talks that you actually have, like on the phone, everything comes out on the first date. Yeah.
But now it's different. Now.
Yeah, I just
now
noticed
I
times
feel-
have changed basically.
Yeah, because now I feel like you converse a lot with somebody via internet or Instagram or whatever. But in person, I think like now meeting in person is kind of like more important because then you can actually gauge the vibe. You can have like internet vibe, but then in person it's just like nobody's saying anything.
For real. I had
That's
that.
weird.
Bro,
That's the ring
I mean, I'll not expose anyone, but I had that, bro. I had that.
Especially when it
Like
comes-
that first date, like you touch, you scent, you can feel all that is important. It's very important. And another thing is, it's crazy that you mentioned you talk on the internet. Why are you smiling?
I'm learning.
Yeah, another thing is
Studies
you
to
just
show yourself.
approve.
Exactly.
So you said like you write on the internet. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine on Wednesday, and he was like, he doesn't get why people do that. Like he goes straight for the number, because if you check it now, if you try to get the contacts, it's always IG or like Snapchat or whatever.
I think like
That's another thing that
there are now
changed.
stages to that shit, but that shit always happened like way earlier. You still remember back in the MSN? So you go because the girl will be like, I don't want to give you my number. We can have an MSN.
MSN, exactly. But I
MSN.
Because it feels less private.
Exactly.
yeah, it's
So now
it's
it's
too
IG.
close, like
Now it's
number
IG.
that was talking about.
But now it's IG. So once you're about to have the first date, it's like, can I have your number? That kind of new step, and then you meet in person.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could definitely happen to you is like meeting in person, no vibes. It's just like, but on the internet you're like that fiery type of person. You read like, shit.
Because on the internet, you could get information how to talk to a girl.
Exactly.
You can YouTube
What
stuff.
do you mean? Like, oh, okay, that's what
You
you
can
mean.
YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
You can Google. Oh, how can I further this conversation?
Yeah.
What can I? You get yourself a list. Because my starting era back in the days, there as I was younger, there are things if I didn't know how to go about them.
Starter package.
Real quick, internet while you're talking to the girl, maybe especially after talking for like 2 hours plus. Ah shit, this is sweet. This talk is sweet. How do I? Quick. You have articles. Hold on a minute. It's a lie. You're just using that minute to run through a list of topics that could be interesting. Oh, do you have a pet? Oh, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
But I think one of
But if you're sitting face to face,
Oh, that's nice.
he's right. Yeah, really like if you had a superpower, like what would it be?
Yeah, the talks
I
are
like
nice.
that. I like
That's,
that. That's nice.
Like one I pulled on a girl was like, we spoke, had a good time. And I was like, shit, how do I further this thing? Because we're vibing right now. So I was like, okay. So while we're talking, I picked out something that I know she'll have to like elaborate on it. Then I started going through some topics like, what can I, Then I read something like, what is the worst thing that has happened to you publicly? Like the most embarrassing thing. Which I asked her, So she's like, I don't think I can see it.
before they even answer, like,
blah, blah,
they
blah,
go
ha,
through
ha,
so
ha,
many-
Start telling me. And you have something that could, if you orchestrate it properly, that leads your conversation for another 10, 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
So sitting face to face and having proper conversations is more difficult because
you have to also
you
check
have periods where you're blank. If she's not the kind of girl that is also coming with things to say. Some girls just expect it coming from the guy.
So
But that's why
So are you basically
I've saying that women are bad conversationists. I knew this motherfucker. I was looking at you like, bro, don't go there. Don't go there.
I don't wanna go there.
No,
I
that's
don't
not.
wanna go there.
I guess we got to.
Oh, why you wanna go
But I think one of the main issues or one of the things is that your appearance doesn't mean anything online. Like she doesn't see you what you're doing. So when you go to a date, you just try to sit upright, look good, look fresh. That is in your thoughts at that moment. And as I said before, there are moments where you can think about some certain things. When you sit at the date, like, what is your name? Have you done this? Now after some time, you're on your phone, like, right, so bro, what will I ask her? Like, things like that. This things can.
But that's when you're like immature, in my opinion.
No, I don't feel
No,
like
it had
nothing
little to do with immaturity.
some people. Like,
I
that's why,
shit to talk about.
bro. But that's the
I
thing.
just believe some people just have to get used into some certain.
Yeah, and some girls might genuinely think that someone that every now and then like plays a little bit with the phone or is silent is cute. You will find a girl that will tell you, oh, he's cute because er hat nicht nonstop den Mund offen. Compared to someone like you, that there will be girls that will be like, der redet die ganze Zeit. Because she might prefer this a little more laid back. Whereas it's actually not being laid back, he has no
I don't know
content.
if
That
say-
is my type of girl.
See, but the issue is like
And-
with that post.
You guys thought I would let it slide.
He was.
I never said women are bad conversationalists in public. Secretly, I might have said that. But publicly, no. I said some, or at least there are some few
Because
that
the
are
thing is,
not.
they are expecting basically.
Exactly.
There
So
are
it's
actually
not
two
really.
things that I actually saw. It's like once you're trying to get it,
Yeah.
so a man is always writing like epistles, like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He's like, "Fine, thank you. I thought about you." Bam, bam, bam. So you write back. She always give you one liner.
One liner.
So once you smash, now she's the one that's giving you a epistle. You just be like, "Okay, I will call you when I have time." But then she'll
I've
be
never
like,
experienced
"Ah,
that.
why
I
don't you
don't
call me?"
know that.
That
It's what they call digmatized.
that she runs after you, or she's trying.
No, that before you smash, that she's just giving you one-liners.
You've never had one-liners?
Really?
I've had one-liners.
Yeah.
But I've never experienced that she's giving you one-liners, you meet, you smash, and then
No, he's only saying that the conversation is not really having too much depth because of the way she's handling her part. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to change a little along the way, or once you guys meet, okay, she's like, he's actually genuinely cool.
Okay.
Then you pipe. Now you've shifted the tables. The positions, because now she's seeking your attention, and you're like, I'll talk to you later, I don't have time.
Wait, I'm
Like-
not doing anything.
You just don't want to.
Player.
So, like, what are those questions that you guys asked for the?
I have a
for
very
the
important question I have
Wait,
to ask.
I want to drop one first.
Drop what?
One guy asked,
Drop what?
One guy asked me, "Do you have a girlfriend?"
That's a good one.
Really?
Yeah,
Good one.
because I have a friend.
First date.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I have a friend. She was on the date with a guy, and then she
I like
asked.
that question.
She asked, "Do you have a girlfriend?" Because she has heard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy answered, "What have you heard?" What did they tell you?
No, it's good.
It's a normal
So
question.
that he can build himself.
So I can know what exactly.
There's no need for you to lie.
So that's why Ronaldinho.
So that's
Ojojo
why.
Okocha.
That's why I've
Really,
never
I think
experienced that. But
It's normal. But
I'm not saying it's normal, but it's a
some
good
girls,
question.
I'll be honest with you, be smart, change up the questions. Yeah, go ahead, ask that
So we
question.
wonder what kind of
okay.
prince, what kind of woman Prince is dating.
No, the question is, why would she feel that about you?
No, because the question
My man is
is,
a fat boy.
Very toxic.
I'm taking you on a date because I know, okay, something might happen in future. Why we used to
Wait,
ask?
hold on.
You don't know where it's coming,
I'll
where it's
take you
going.
on a date because something might happen in the future.
Yeah, we could get closer. Like, okay,
Sexually.
dating with potential. Isn't how they used to say it.
Dating with purpose.
With purpose. Sorry, with purpose.
That's why
You need to know the difference. I'm dating you with a purpose. He's dating with a potential.
Okay. So what was bro saying?
Okay, yeah, date with a purpose. Why would she ask you again? Do you have a girlfriend?
Okay.
It's like you could be, but the potential girlfriend.
Nah, see.
You could. I was just say could.
The way this game goes is a cold world out there.
He's just telling you what he heard and read.
Yes. Thank you.
Not
Man's got my back. So this world is cold. There's no lie.
The life is not balanced.
Life is not balanced. So you see,
He said the
yeah,
life is
so-
not balanced.
So it is a smart question because some boys actually would answer girl along the line of the relationship, whatever they're doing, that you never asked me if I'm single, and I never asked you. But you as a guy, I'm not saying every guy, but some guys that don't ask because they don't want you to ask the same question. You get me? So if I don't ask you, I will not stir emotion that I don't want. Do you get me? So her asking, I think, is a smart question. Like, oh, are you in a relationship? Because actually, you could. I mean, your texting game will tell what you want, but you can actually be in a relationship and tell a girl, let's hang out, let's do something, let's go on a date. A date does not automatically imply that it's a relationship you're striving for.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So it could also be just like, let's hang out, date. We've been talking, let's hang out. And there are some boys, their girlfriends might know and they're not bothered.
Okay.
So I think it's a good one for her to establish, okay, he's single. Or he's about to divorce. You know, he's in a process.
Yeah.
It might be, I think it's a good question.
Like, I haven't actually had this scenario, but the reason why it's good because I went actually on a date with someone, and then I don't know how we got into that conversation, but I think I asked, like, do you have feelings from someone? He said, Bernhard, yeah. He's like, so then at least, like, right there,
Fantastic.
right there, you know, okay, your emotions are invested somewhere else.
No. You guys said two things that I like. First of all, he asked the question like, or she asked you the question like, are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
That's a fair question. You can
It's a very
As a
legit.
woman, because, you know,
Even as a guy,
Even as a guy,
because
right.
girls are also moving like that. I mean,
no, because you can be like,
like what?
that's true. Because you as a guy could be like, I'm not an advocate for monogamy.
yeah.
And I have
Right there, you
I
can
have
tell
all
your
the
truth,
things
basically.
exactly, and I have all the things, all the amenities to have multiple women.
Yeah.
And as I'm here with you, I'm already showing you that I also prioritize you. Although I have a girlfriend, bam, come back at me now. What is he going to say?
Because the cards are all.
I mean, it's true. I mean,
open.
Because if some girls truly if some girls truly like you and your game has been good, believe me, there are some girls out there that will still spend time with you.
of course,
They'll still want to see where it will lead to. Maybe she likes the way she likes your looks. She likes your account statements. No, she might like your looks, your account state, like your money, your gang, your friend, your affiliation. So
Your class.
So that could be reason enough for her to be like, okay, he's got a girl. I don't care.
But just
I'll
think
stick
about it.
around.
I can multitask. I have time for my girlfriend. I'm also making time for you.
But like that's how
That's management
that's how
skills.
some people. That's
Tiger
how some
Woods.
people. That's how some people have like really like two girlfriends living in the same house. Like there's one.
To alleviate stress, you don't get it. You're not there yet.
Blueface had like two girls. That rapper.
But bro,
But no, that one I know.
he a rapper.
I know. But there's a basketball ball player that has been dating two girls since
Back in the days.
2010.
In Austria.
No, in the States.
But he got money.
Yeah, that's what I want to
It changed the dynamic.
But let's be honest, you cannot even have one girlfriend without money.
So are you trying to say that women are financial liabilities?
I didn't say. I didn't use
Gotcha,
it. We're trying to get no, but
He said he
no,
would.
but a woman deserves certain things. So same as you want certain things, you won't be together with a woman that is not emotionally available.
So you're paying for emotional availability.
Transactional, baby.
I pay in, you pay in.
Yeah, exactly. It could be like, okay, I'm the man. I'm making sure that I'm protecting you from the world, and you are giving me your emotional availability. You are comforting me when I come home. I'm shielding and protecting the woman, and she's giving me what I need.
My wife is putting your sugar daddy.
I'm not putting sugar daddy.
Nika.
I told
Nika.
Can you hear me?
Me personally, I advocate for monogamy. It's okay. One woman is enough. They are so multifaceted. They are so crazy. Multiple personalities. So one woman is enough. I don't need two annoying somebodies.
So what question?
So one is already annoying.
And one is annoying. Two is
Can
double
you
stress.
look into the camera
One is annoying.
and tell her she's
Two
annoying?
means exponential stress growth. It's exponential.
It's like
Imagine both are having stress at the same damn time.
You are monogamous in nature.
Yeah, that's me.
You think so?
Because I'm a proper
That's what
So
he said.
what other
That's what he
questions?
said.
What other questions do you guys?
I have one question. Since I know what type of woman that I like,
What do you mean, like on the first date? What
Yes,
question?
yeah.
Okay.
I unfortunately, I am just a victim of my urges. So the women that I like on Instagram, they displays their assets. So if I'm in the DMs and,
Okay.
and I go on a first date with you, I have to ask you, are you on OnlyFans? Are you on OnlyFans?
It's a good question.
Yeah, that's the question.
Nobody's condemning you. Say it with your chest. Are you on OnlyFans?
What is OnlyFans?
That's what don't act like that.
They'll introduce it to the world.
Isn't that that thing you
He's
subscribed
he's
last
a premium
month?
account owner.
You asked me for my credit card details, so you could pay. You wanted my credit card.
I
to
checked
pay.
my.
I saw you have been active. You have been active.
They even promoted you.
Please. You have to ask if she's on OnlyFans, if she's showing something that she should show.
Alright, so Mayo, you know what I'll do?
What would you do?
I will add another question to your question of what you ask on the first date. What is your intent on asking that? Like, what is your motive? Why are you asking that question?
As a girl now, you would ask him
No.
after he asked.
No. I'm adding a question for the round.
Oh yeah.
Like
Why? Like, so explain what is your intent of asking that
place
question.
value on the woman that I date.
Privacy.
Thank you. And I don't need other men to be frolicking on her nipples, on her nyash, on certain things. It's mad if you're one of your friends like, man, that video of your girl, man, fantastic. Just be sending a tip like $10 tip or €10 tip.
Whereas some boyfriends are actually doing it for their girlfriends. like help
And
them
do you respect those guys?
place the camera, whatsoever. Baby, let's make this
So
money.
maybe
I know.
You
If I
like-
respect, if I respect those guys, I don't disrespect them, and I don't respect
It's
them.
because it's internet. That's what you're saying. You don't respect those guys.
I think the best thing to do, just for the sake of OnlyFans, if you're an OnlyFan girl, don't put your relationship, don't make it public.
Yeah, 'cause
Even on social media, because it's going to be hard to handle for some people. I'm not going
no,
to say
for
for all, but for some people, because if your girl is shaking her ass in her tongue, you know, and now Desmond, your homeboy, is pushing constant like button. Like, what do you think will Desmond see?
It's helping me to market.
But what do you think will Desmond see if your girl is around?
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
So-
But
so
so a lot of you
I-
guys will be asking like, "Hey, what's your girlfriend actually doing?" It's not like I'm into media.
Marketing. She's
What kind of media?
Media marketing.
Webcam. What kind of webcam? Not lessons. She's not doing lessons.
online
Guitar
teaching.
lessons, online teachings.
No, like, as I said, I think
Yeah,
that
she
the
was the
question,
sex
Online
instructor,
pleasure.
like Desmond was the sex instructor.
you know, a good question is, do you have a kid? Is a good, trust me, or do you have kids? You know, like, I'm not offended if someone asks me, because yes, I do have a kid. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that would ever deny, like, okay, if you don't want to roll with me, you don't want to fuck with me, cool, keep it moving. It is what it is. And it was what it was.
That's what it was.
But asking that question is good, because it's not every guy that says it. And it's not every girl that might just drop it,
Yeah.
you know? So I think that's a good one.
So you would ask that. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have a kid.
All right.
Do you live on your own?
Okay.
But let's be honest. Would you actually mind if she lives in a bunk bed with
But
with women? It's different. Just like okay, it's cool.
no.
I would want to know.
I
I would. Because it also tells me how much privacy we could have during certain periods.
Like me
I'm not talking about a sexual privacy,
No, but like, no.
knowing like if she's my girl, can I call you and talk serious issues on the phone? Not being mindful that maybe your mom and your sister are sharing the same room.
Yeah.
Or they will shout your name out of nowhere.
Funke! No. So knowing if she lives on her own also tells me how well established she might be handling her life.
That's true.
What about you, Desmond? Like, what questions would you have?
What's your bra size?
Love anime.
I could actually ask that.
You would actually. It's not I could. You would.
So that you guys can watch anime
For me,
together.
the kind of questions I ask, I don't really want to talk about it in the first date. Normally, casual questions like about parents, family, whatsoever. But to deep into the details, I ask some, I would say, nasty questions.
Such as?
Like what?
Huh?
Such as?
I'm keeping that for me.
Okay.
I'm keeping that for me.
That's fair.
I ask nasty questions,
Depending on how.
Sexual
and
questions.
it's actually depends on who you're going out with, though.
Then what is
No, it
nasty?
depends on how
No,
good
no,
the
seriously,
rapport is. Like how good you guys flow.
What is nasty? Is it like sexual question or be like, how often do you clean your toilet? That's a nasty question.
I'll keep it to me.
This guy.
Why do you want to know?
We need to
Keep
know.
it to me.
We need to know. We want to learn from your first date questions.
I'll keep you guys guessing.
Now, me, I like to go deep.
That's the reason why. Like for me,
Not
I can't. I
time.
don't know how to answer the question. I don't know the question.
What kind of
'Cause-
color?
Which question?
No, like what question is? Because the question is what question do you have to ask like for yourself? You know that I'm not leaving this without asking this question. Exactly.
It might also have to do with how forward you are. Because if you're not very forward, you will want to withhold certain things for later on. But if you're very plain with the way you think and see things, you want to be able to sort and place things where they belong. So me asking certain questions actually makes me know that, he's a joker. A very good question: do you work? Do you have a job? Because if she's like 25, 26, if she's still studying are you full-time studying? Oh, no. Oh, do you have a job or where do you work? Now, if she tells me where she works, I'm not even asking the position, but you have a job. Maybe how long have you been working? Like, because these are conversations that are also very casual. Because you could see someone outside, you guys start talking. Oh, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, then I guess one question that I do like.
Sir, and if someone is jobless, not having an occupation. Oh, so how long have you been unoccupied? Sorry, is it unoccupied?
Unoccupied.
Yeah.
Unemployed.
Unemployed, thank you. How long have you been unemployed? It lets you know, oh, this guy is not ready to work. I'll go to farm tire.
That's the next one.
It's a good one.
For me, like
jobless.
then for me the two things is definitely what are your interests, and
That's a very broad question.
yeah, but
I don't like broad question anymore. I don't like basic question.
Because you like to go deep.
Deep.
no, me too. But the issue is like you
have to build it up.
Yeah, exactly, step by step.
Yeah, but I don't care.
You just go straight.
You know why? Because by this time around, you have already been across so many people. People always ask you the same, what kind of color do you like? What kind of music do you listen
No,
to?
those are not the questions.
Yeah, but
no.
it says something when somebody goes deep right from the get go.
And do you know what?
What does it say?
Like wants to build something.
Bullshit.
Do you know why?
No,
Because,
true.
Do you know why? It's very difficult to change a relationship.
Can I scatter what they're saying?
Wait,
Please,
it's
scatter.
very
Let him land.
it's very difficult to change a relationship if we're just taking steps. Because it will like, oh, why are you asking me this right now? But if we already
Which I was in
established
that
from the
position
get-go,
where someone was asking me like mad questions. I never had someone asking
and it shocks
me
you,
like
but it's just
it
like,
shocked me.
it's intriguing.
Shocked alive.
But
It's intriguing.
and I think it intrigued me as well because another question that the person asked direct like before we could even like get somewhere was, what are your goals? These are questions I do ask, but it takes some time. But with that person asking that question, it changed the whole dynamic of the whole.
Do you know why I said the depth of certain questions is meaningless? Not because I think that the questions are meaningless, but
It depends on the person. Oh.
depending on how your game is, you could manipulate things by asking certain questions. So we don't always know the intentions. You guys get why I said, because you ask deep questions doesn't really mean that your intention is to further this to a proper, or it's not because you want to establish a proper relationship. Because there are people that are conniving and are manipulative. So I will ask question like, like how many kids would you like to have? Because to some guys, I wouldn't ask that question.
Keep in mind, we're talking about first date though.
Yeah, but there are some guys that would. There are questions we've asked that some people will never ask on first date. But now we're saying that these are reasonable questions. So for a guy that wants like 12 kids, he would want to know, he might want to know like how many kids are you willing to have? But now you could ask certain questions knowing that I just want to get whatever I want out of this whole thing. So I'll ask things that will make her. It's like being smart. You will ask smart questions to make sure you seem reasonable and proper. But does that really mean that is where you want to take it to? No.
But the thing that you just explained.
So someone could fake it. That's all.
Definitely, but you have to realize what type of person you are. I can never speak on the base of like, I'm just trying to manipulate you because I don't care about that shit. If I'm already going on a date with you,
that's
I'm
you.
doing things.
What I said that is you. What I said is that we can't say that everybody that asks deep questions is really willing.
Definitely, that's true.
To take it to like the next, stage of I want a relationship if this thing goes well. So some people really ask proper questions that will make them look, oh, this guy's fantastic. I had great convo, have an insight of his personality, and that night, you just want to.
It's already smelling.
Do you agree? Wait, do you agree? Do you
No. He's definitely correct.
I still don't agree.
Yeah, but
because we're putting all in a box, saying deep questions. Not everything is deep. We're talking about, as Maya would say, dating with a purpose. So I feel if you date with a purpose, you ask questions that will, lead you to.
How do you know who is asking you? How do you know a girl that is answering your questions because she wants to date with a purpose?
That's the thing, you never know. But
Exactly.
But relationship generally is like you never know what's gonna happen.
Anyone that wants to date with a purpose will ask certain questions. Because if you want to just play, like now as a guy, if you really just want a one-time thing, there's certain questions you wouldn't ask.
Okay, fuckboy number one. Emmanuel.
He ain't a fuckboy, he just has tendencies.
Sorry. Candidates number one. Will you say that you've never spoken and had conversations in a certain way with a girl to up your game?
Was that the question now?
Yes. That
Just
you've
up your game.
to sell your market.
To try to smash.
Yes. Thank you. So you've never led conversation and made sure you placed your conversation, your dialogue in a way that she thinks so much of you.
No, I thought is asking those certain questions about them.
Yes, but still, there are questions you will ask to make her feel he's really into me, or he's serious about getting to know me.
So, I mean,
Just to knock her. Knock her, Bako.
You see,
Bro,
and that's not dating with purpose. That's just dating to knock.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is it.
No,
That's a
that's
purpose.
just.
So
you
what
just
I'm
wanna
saying
have-
is that
That's a purpose.
you could. That's his purpose. Right? So all I'm saying is that
and
some of
questions-
these questions.
those deep questions, you don't ask them.
Why do you
don't,
think so?
bro? You don't. You don't.
Do you know that there are
Questions
guys that
like-
do you know that
questions like-
there are guys that pursue? I mean, yeah, maybe the question is first date, but there are guys that pursue girls for several months just to pipe
Yeah,
them.
That's
those
crazy,
ones. That's mad.
So what do you say to that?
Yeah,
That
that's
is not
mad.
ridiculous.
That's mad though.
It is reality.
What do you mean that's ridiculous?
Let him speak. Let him speak.
That's not ridiculous.
Explain yourself. Why?
If you're chasing a woman
for months just to.
for months,
Yes. Do you know how many guys do
Yeah,
that?
just keep,
months.
just keep,
Maybe.
yeah.
It's because
I mean-
now I know what this one wants to say because I have endurance. You know,
no
consistency.
endurance, and that's an attribute for a man that never gives up. You get me? That's a good attribute for a man that will never give up.
I like that.
Of course.
No, and
Wait,
there is
I
sense
keep
in what.
accusing- It doesn't make sense.
What
do you
does
mean?
it doesn't make sense.
Months just to and
To get
finish.
your goal. Not unfinished.
Has no nigga,
If
Nah.
bro.
if
I meant Hasus no Nigema.
So yeah.
So like, come on, don't say that on the camera.
like if that's your goal and you are aiming for it and you got it and it wasn't really all that, you can say, okay, I don't want. And if you got it and you're like, okay, it was worth it,
You continue.
then you
Nah,
continue.
that guy must
Me,
be
I'm gonna be
jobless.
honest.
Nah, it's not about being jobless. It's not about being jobless. if you're running after someone,
So wait, are we talking
That doesn't mean-
constantly or just like
what do you define
Being
by
on the
constantly?
ball.
Being
Like-
on the case
Talking.
every week. Every week you're clocking in.
It's like his success rate is very high. Because he.
Whereas there are some
They'll
people.
find his, of course. It's
Whereas there are some girls after giving you some crazy vibe, you'll just be like, okay, pack your load. Let me pack my load. Last month, that's how I felt.
Back and go.
And that's what I'm saying. If you have a goal and you say, okay, this girl,
I'll use her
this
back
girl-
touch
this
ground.
girl,
Not lie.
I have to,
Say whatever like me happen, her back must touch ground. You know now, bongo team. Bad guy.
No, it's mad. It's mad. 'Cause for me personally, why I like to ask deep questions because I want to understand like your mental
You're
capacity.
you're like the way you.
If you give me something out of the box, I'm thinking like, wow, man, this is crazy. Now I have to think. I want to think. So if on the first interaction I cannot learn anything from you, you're actually wasting my time because my time is valuable. That's how I see it. So I don't understand people that can just be sitting next to each other on the first day. They're not talking at all.
I hate
But that's lame, anyways. That's very lame.
I mean, what are we just cuddling the whole time? I mean,
But would
for
you
me,
end the
that's-
date at that moment if you just
So
You
what?
see?
will you end the date at that
No, you are no. Honestly, my vibe will just give off like I don't really like you. It's like you are texting a girl, you meet her and then nothing, silence.
have you guys
Now
ever
I'm actually kind of like sad. I'm actually paying for the date.
have you guys ever been in that situation?
Yeah.
That You had
very
awkward.
like awkward dates, like you were texting and all that, or even if you didn't text, like you went to the date with this girl and it was like staring at each other, saying sentences after every 3 minutes.
You just have to be honest. You just have to be like, I thought you're actually cool, but you're boring as hell.
Yes, come on.
You want to, I can imagine that if you do that.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I can really
boring as hell.
I want to do that.
He's not going to say that.
No, but
I wouldn't do
He's
that.
not going to say that. All this is
I mean,
OnPoint podcast.
Yes, he's telling you.
Of course, I will not say that because
It's not gonna say it.
Do you know why?
Because my one knows I'm not meeting you anymore. I don't need to
Simple.
waste time.
No, but do you know why?
Like, it's
And that money, go with it.
Let me tell you, do you know why?
God has blessed you today.
Do you know why?
Free
Because
dinner.
the women that I will see physically, I always invest in them beforehand. And I always get my return of investment.
think about it. Think about it. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If I meet somebody,
A word is enough.
before you meet them,
I'm
you
already
invest.
invested in them.
in the DMs of you.
Think about it.
Is that proper actually?
What mean proper?
What do you mean? Invest in what way? Invest your time.
Yeah, emotionally, so that they will come correct. If
Okay.
I will even go
I
so
thought it
far.
meant investment in a transactional way.
People is transactional.
Yeah,
You
in a
need to
financial-
Everything is transactional.
Thank you.
Even cryptocurrency, but that's another topic.
But seriously, like,
Bro, we should cut that out. People are always saying this guy is so cute.
It's so cute.
No, leave that in there. Leave that in there now.
No, but you invest like just by talking and conversing. And if I would even tell that woman like, this is what I want you to wear. I don't do sneakers. I don't do sandals. Like, wear something nice that will entice me, so I'm already fired up when I see you. So
Bro, who are you to tell her what to do?
Huh?
This is your
I am-
babe now. This is your babe. This is not
How
the
no?
first
It's not
He
the
said for
first-
the first
What do you mean
day.
it's your babe?
Mister, I'm already attached to her. If she says she's not coming, we'll cry.
I get emotionally attached fast. I'm in love with her like that.
Lema.
No, why? Because I would also ask her, what would you like to see? What would you like me to wear?
Wait. On the first day,
not?
you asked no. Wait. Hold
get her.
on. Wait.
Yeah?
Make you the listing. Well.
So wait, you're saying for the first day, you will let her know where you guys are going, because we know it's dinner or late
I'm not like
lunch
child.
Or drink.
Like,
or drinks.
Yeah.
So then after sending her
Hot
the
dog stand.
location,
Yeah.
after sending her the location, you then let her know this is the type of place we're going. This is how you should dress. That's how you do it.
yeah, I'm a first impression guy.
Okay.
It makes a lot. Like, let's say, like, because the way I'm also dressing, I'm already telling you, I'm making an effort to look nice for you. And if she comes like a rodent, like
Then you take her like that. Why are you reducing her to her appearance?
so faking it. I mean, that's
After you have invested a lot of time.
Yes, why are you breaking
And
her
all of a
down?
sudden, because the way she dressed.
obviously
Yeah.
So you are still very shallow.
Yeah, they.
I don't know.
Very
And
shallow.
you won't take her like that. I remember one episode we did
Tell them.
when we were saying when we were talking about
Oh, yeah.
would you take a girl would you stay with a girl even if she has some certain flaws? And you were like, yeah, of course.
So if you have been emotionally invested,
Don't pound
grab your hands.
Don't pound that dickhead.
You're done.
Don't pound it.
Wow.
You are like you agree with that because you have to accept.
Wait.
So if you're already emotionally invested, that means your
He did
conversation.
not.
No. Your conversations
You're
have
done.
been going well. You have created an attachment to this young damsel. So why would you want to now drop her to her physical appearance?
Like what you guys.
What state of mind are you?
This is what I would like. This is what I would like on the first day. That kind of attack. I like that. That gets me hot.
This is that's not an attack.
It was just a fact.
Let me come to you first. Only because I'm emotional attached doesn't mean that I've placed that much emotional deposition into you. I'm just creating a vibe so that I won't be disrespected, or in most cases, like I won't be like not in any case satisfied.
Lamba.
So that's the thing, because There are levels to emotions. This is the first general level of emotion we're interacting.
Oh, yeah.
So that's important to me because I want to have a wonderful night. Same as she would also want to have a proper night. Now, that dickhead, that's what he said, like, oh, I will take a floss, but that's already when we're in a relationship. There are certain things that we already realize that I cannot change that shit.
And you're already,
I will take it as it is. But at the very beginning, because we set the stage, the first day, I don't have to take shit. That's why I'm already preparing myself. Hey, if I see certain patterns and signs, I'm out.
then you bounce.
And if I don't see them and I'm already in a relationship, now I have so much emotional deposition coming back to him. How am I supposed to bounce?
Okay. Now let me come back. So yeah, I have to come back. So imagine the first day she came, she was looking all nice and that for you, and now you've been in the relationship, and she's like, okay, now it's time for me to actually settle down and be myself, because I was faking it the whole time.
This does not sound good.
This does not sound good.
And she was faking it
He's
the whole
out.
time.
No, he's out. But I'll be.
That means she's not
out as well.
consistent.
What do you mean she's not consistent?
She's not consistent.
Yeah, she wants to be with you.
Yeah.
She knows that you're this kind of guy that likes this thing.
Yeah.
That okay, you telling us, I want you to dress like this. This is the way I want you to dress. And she dressed that way for you.
Yeah.
Even though that's not the way she used to dress, or that's not the way she used to be. But she was doing it for you just to make herself look good for you. And after 4 months in the relationship, or 5 months after a year, she was like, okay, I'm gradually getting back to who I am.
Okay, but we're already in a kind of like a relationship.
In a relationship, and it was a lie.
It was a lie, but that means that she doesn't value what I like, and she doesn't want to compromise.
She values what you like.
And then why won't you keep it up then?
Almost for a year, not being herself.
So do you constantly do the things that you like?
Of course.
I do, but do you all constantly do the things that you like, although you have somebody in your life? No, you compromise.
Yeah, you compromise, and she has been compromising with you for almost a year now. And at the end of the day, she's not like, okay, I'm going back to who I am. Like gradually, maybe at the beginning, you don't like her taking off her wig or whatsoever. You like her doing her nails, and one day or 1 week, you just decide, okay, I'm just going to leave this thing out. And sisters, and you're like, babe, what was this? And I just want to leave it like that.
So
you're furious.
How would that affect the relationship? Good or bad?
I don't know. It's up to you now.
No, seriously.
The question is, would you accept that?
It's a thing you have to accept.
No, you don't have to expect anything. You don't have to, because you laid the foundation. This is what I like.
She should have laid.
Exactly. So you compromise because I am trying to make an effort to do certain things that goes beyond me. That's what love means. That I'm compromising to make you happy. And if you cannot do that for the duration of your relationship until death do you part, that means you don't want to be in a relationship.
That was not what we were talking about back then.
We're talking about
like if you found out that your significant other has a flaw, or she has something you don't like, would you live with it, or would you break up? That was the question. And at this point, after 1 year, you found out that this thing is the thing I don't like at all.
Okay, I'll speak on it first.
Speak on it.
Now to give those I mentioned themselves.
There you go.
Voluptuous and a secure app of Instagram.
I was thinking this is the part I wanted. Exactly. I just wanted but unfortunately I didn't get.
Say kungaga.
I think we have to let's stop it, right?
Yeah.
On point. On point.